What up, boys? It's Gaz, and welcome to the Warframe video. So, we have lots of stuff to talk about with the Corpus Railjack update, getting some, clarification from the devs on actually Reddit, of all places, and even on some of their live streams as well. So, we've got some information to go over today on some things that will be changing, also involving a gigantic nerf to Tether, the most OP Railjack ability, at least currently. It's about to be complete trash and not even deal damage, so before we get into it, make sure you are subbed to this channel if you like these kinds of videos, and the link is on the screen right now for the live streams. Alright, so let's get right into it. We have a couple of, Reddit posts to go over here, and let's just, let's get it going on here. Alright, we got the FAQ for the Railjack stuff. So, this is like 3 days old at this point, so, I mean, this one's actually 5 days. There's a 5-day-old one, there's a 3-day-old one, but this is going to be the all-inclusive spot for all this information. Alright, so for the early adopters thing, if you want to, it used to be 30 wreckage repaired to get the Umbra Forma and all that kind of stuff, but now it's 6. So if you have every slot on your Railjack composed of something that you built, so let's say you got the ice gun, you got the lightning gun, you've got a reactor, a shield generator, and an engine you all built. That's 5 of them. And then there's the rocket launcher as well. So basically make sure you have 6 total parts that you have repaired and gotten to drop in the wild. And you need to have a maxed out grid, which is like the little thing you throw the avionics on. You need to have that maxed out, and you're all good to go to get the Umbra Forma and other stuff, like a free void hole, all that, etc. kind of stuff. So a big reduction in the amount of stuff you need there, so that's good. It is actually kind of hilarious they even thought 30 is a good idea in the first place. And then here is the next thing we're going to be going over here. What about Lavos and Hildren? Since now there will not be any flux energy on that Railjack, and it's be Warframe energy, what are Hildren and Lavos going to do? Which is actually a good question. First, Lavos and Hildren are all up and running with cooldowns and shield as energy on Railjack, respectively. Second, yeah, it's scary. It's a big change, and the Warframe energy economy is a much different world than Flux. There will be some serious, great responses to the part of the dev workshop that will be caveated. Everything in the workshop with expect changes. We had it in the back of our minds that this part would be a risk for Thrash, whatever that means. This answer serves one purpose: to let you know that we are reviewing this right now, and we will provide details on plan revisions when they are final. I'm actually going to have a video on the best new Railjack captains coming out either tomorrow or the next day. And definitely Hildren will be on there, guys. Hildren might be the best ship captain because with a good Hildren built with like a bunch of shield capacity and shield regeneration, you're going to literally not be able to spam the abilities fast enough because you will have like 5,000 shield and shield regen mods. If it's actually going to be like that, it will be very, very broken. So, yeah, good stuff there. And Lavos having cooldowns for abilities, that's just a kind of joke. Like, Lavos might be one of the worst ship captains because of that. Yeah, so definitely Hildren with shields for Railjack energy is hilarious. You mentioned Necramech in all missions. Why just Railjack missions in this update? So, guys, there was some confusion because during their own video, Rebecca did say Necramech will be available in all missions. And even on their previous dev stream, the other guy, Scott, said that they'll have Necramech in all missions. That is not the case. It is confirmed here. It is not the case. Yet, at least. We had Railjack missions all set up for the Necramech and completely virtual all the environments. We still aim to offer on our goal of game-wide Necramech in a future update. In order to make this feature not cause major issues, we need more time. So basically, don't expect it anytime soon or at all, in my opinion. So if you really need to run your Necramech on Hydron, or you just want DE to stick to their word, keep this one in the back of your head. The fact that they said it's going to be happening some other time, because, yeah, it's not happening anytime soon. All right, crew affinity competencies. How do these work? So some minor changes here. As a new feature, it's not really ready to change anything you've experienced, but we wanted to clarify some things. Current workshop. Crewmates will gain affinity like they're used to, which could be spent to increase the aptitude. So basically, it would be like crew members would level up. That will not be how it is at launch. The crew members will not level up from XP at launch. On launch, competency points will be earned through intrinsic ranks. You get 1 point at rank 2, 4, 5, and 6. In later upgrades, we will be including affinity gain for crew members. But for initial release, it will not have like XP for competency points. So you only be able to upgrade your crew members 4 points each. So keep that in mind. You will not have a God roll crew member at launch of this. It will be a future update. Is the Orphic Venom vendor also coming back? No, the Arcanes from the Orphic Venom will be RNG drops with new reward tables. So you will not be able to just be like guaranteed energize every half hour or whatever. It will be RNG, guys. Just like Eidolon fights, you will not be able to target farm any Arcanes from this. Okay? Moving on to the rest of the stuff and the Tether Nerf. This is the second Dev Workshop update they have here. Why would you make the Railjack available on the market? The answer comes down to ease of access. When more people engage in the system, its overall quality of matchmaking, mission success, and player population will dramatically increase. We want the new Railjack experience to be one of not only newer casual or trade-savvy players can enjoy, but also benefit long-term investors in Railjack by having more public groups to engage and better opportunities to find items you may need. So basically, just more people will be playing if you can just buy your way into it. That's kind of what was happening with Necramechs too. Necramechs are a decent amount of grind to get that stuff. You need the Necramech like chassis, Necramech like engines, all that kind of stuff. If you just can buy it from the market like you currently can, it makes it a lot easier to hop in there. So I understand that, and it is a free-to-play game, and you could basically buy resources and stuff. So it's not really surprising that they're making the Railjack purchasable per plat. It's just how it is, guys. Moving on, does the Plexus need Forma? Yes, the Plexus can be indeed upgraded with additional Forma, much like any other equipment can use. It comes with 3 base polarities. There's also mod points available without Forma due to the Aura slot, which gives modding capacity like on Warframes. While it's possible to add additional Forma later, the amount of items you will be able to slot from the get-go is quite generous. They also were going to say you can put Orokin reactors on there to double capacity, but that was edited. It actually will come with a pre-installed Orokin reactor, which is 2 bucks. I have 40 Orokin reactors and nothing to really use them on. But yeah, basically you'll be able to Forma the Plexus thing for your Railjack ship. And 3 polarities at base. Like, hopefully it doesn't like mess with my builds, because like if they put a polarity on there I don't want, that might mess with my build, and I don't want it to be like that. Will the Plexus work with Master Rank? As with all moddable items, the Plexus gains strength from as well as contribute to Mastery Rank. When modifying your Plexus, you will have a starting pool of mod points equal to your Mastery Rank. So if you're MR30, you will have a full build on your Railjack instantly. If you're like MR5, good luck formatting that thing. And mastering the Plexus will contribute 6k affinity towards your Mastery Rank. So it's basically the amount of affinity a Warframe would get from fully leveling up. Do you lose competency points if you end a crew contract? You gain competency points through the command intrinsic. When you unlock certain ranks with the command tree, those points can be applied to any member of the crew you hire. For example, if you have unlocked 3 competency points, you can spend them on each crew member. If you then retire the crew member and hire another, you will be able to apply the 3 competency points to them immediately. Simply put, there's no consumed or exclusive per crew member. So you get 4 points to put on the crew members just at base. And when they add it, where you get competency points for leveling up in a future update, you can just level them up as well. All right, energy regeneration. Let's go over some FAQ on that. Probably completely imbalanced mess of the Flux Energy new thing. Big conversation about it is the Flux Energy. The Battle Forge can now make Warframe energy. This means that in addition to existing player strategies, the Forge will... That is so stupid. You can make Warframe energy in the Forge now. That is so... Dude, when you watch that video I'll be putting out like tomorrow or the next day about the best new Railjack captains, you will never do this. You will literally never do this ever. But that is something you could do if you didn't watch my video, possibly. And keeping a lookout for that on the next couple of days. The Battle Avionics. So here we go, guys. You ready for the nerf to Tether? Here it is. With every other player using their own energy pool and bringing their own mods to the ship, we could effectively potentially triple the amount of battle mods on the ship. More options are great in theory, but there's an elephant in the room. It's Tether because it's good. And Gaz made a video on it before anyone else did. Tether trivializes a lot of Railjack gameplay flows and how lethal it is for its fighter units in one-size-fits-all bursts. We want to justify the changes to Tether in the scope of adding new content. Tether would get nerfed to shit. I mean, will get nerfed a lot. To trivialize all phases of the Railjack fighter content. So we have made changes to focus its lethality on those tethers, while also rewarding tactical placement. Tether Battle Mod, previously Avionic, has been balanced for new gameplay. You can no longer shoot the Tether to blow it up. Tether enemies that die will explode, dealing damage to them around them. Tether enemies take additional damage from Railjack weapons. So it's no longer a damage ability, guys. It is now a debuff. It will make enemies explode on death and make them take additional damage from your guns. Expect it to suck, pretty much. Expect it to totally suck. I think Void Hole, Munitions Vortex, maybe even Seeker Volley, other abilities will be much better than Tether. Tether will not be... it will not be a widely used ability, okay? So if you want to get your intrinsic before they remove Guyan Point and nerf crap out of Tether, make sure you do it now, because Tether is going to be useless after this update, okay? Keep that in mind. Obviously, changes like this shouldn't be a one-way street. We're also reviewing the other badly avionics. Some of the notable changes you can look forward to. Blackout Pulse will create additional pulses occurred based on how many enemies are hit with the first pulse. Blackout Pulse creates like a stunning wave outwards that deals minimal damage. So it can, if you hit enough enemies, potentially it will hit even more with the Blackout Pulse. So maybe that one will be good. It probably won't one-shot them though. And Fiery Phoenix, the speed and fire trail avionic, is going to make the Railjack deal additional heat damage with its weapons. So that may actually be pretty good. I think also Seeker Ram will be really good too. Also note we have also buffed Railjack guns significantly across the board. It will be detailed in the update notes. So Tether has changed, so has too most of the Railjack. All things are in balance. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Tether might be nerfed, but I doubt that the Blackout Pulse will be strong enough to really replace it. Railjack guns being buffed is nice and all, but you know, it's going to be very different. The current meta of what we're doing right now is going to be very different. Also, keep in mind they're going to be making the reactors and things of that nature buff the ability stats of your abilities. So, since there's not going to be any more flux energy, and that's going to be your Warframes energy pool, I have a feeling that the reactors we have will be basically like Railjack ability range increased, Railjack power strength increased, Railjack efficiency and duration increased. So maybe get if you don't have a max roll reactor and you want to get one. Actually, don't go grind Railjack right now. Wait until the new Railjack update comes out, then you can get a maxed out reactor doing some new relevant content. So that's basically it for the video, guys. I want to get some clarification out there. You do not need to grind 30 pieces of wreckage like I did, and just get 6, and you'll get an Umbra Forma and a goodie bag of other stuff. All right, guys. Hope you found this video helpful. I'll see you tomorrow for another one, and take it easy. Thanks for all the support. Peace.